Greetings, everyone. Welcome back. Speedrunning of Final Fantasy. Ready, steady. Which was my pause button? Gotta figure that out. Got it. Okay. Here we go. Ready, steady, go. Nope, I was not focused. Hang on. I keep forgetting that. I have to click on my window again. There we go. That's fine. Alright. We got our dynamite. We're now gonna go head to the dwarf city. I forgot what it's called. That's probably just... the dwarves probably feel left out. They're gonna be angry that I don't remember their own city name, despite that they play a vital role in me getting out of this continent. So, because I know Cornelia, I know Provoca, I know Elfheim of the elves, I know Dwarf City. You guys live underground, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do about that. Anyway, point is, we're gonna go blow up a chunk of land. It seems fair. And obviously the dwarves are the best candidates because they obviously know how to mine and stuff, so they know how to use dynamite in a safe and secure manner. Mount Duergar. Something like that. Here we go. The guy you have to talk to, however, all the way over here. Ridiculous. Just the worst. And this is a long cutscene too, with lots of texting to go through, but I would say it, as far as breathers go, this is actually really the first time that you get to sit back and go, okay. You don't get a lot of those, especially in a speedrunning game. But just a little downtime. You get to stretch your feet. This is where I would normally take a drink of water, which I'm actually going to now. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I got like water accidentally like in my windpipe, so. Almost got some more in there when I was trying to figure out, I was like, I need to actually skip that one part. I can't sleep through that part. Oh, look at that, I was 2.9 seconds slower than what I usually go for. Like my usual split time, so that's cool. Anyway, I always split right when the explosion goes off. Like it's right after the cutscene that I can skip, and then there's like that sploosh of water. That's I believe the official scientific term, sploosh. Sploosh of water. Nailed it. Anyway, so we are now free. We can most of the world, and it's quite a big world. If we're honest here. Like, even for a game that originally was on the NES, quite unusually expansive. But now, most of it's open. We would still do one very important thing to actually freely go wherever we want to go. And even freely where to go is limited. I'll get to that, explaining that later, but we're first gonna go right off into the first city called Melmond here. I actually remember that name, ironically enough. Probably because it's got humans for days here. Anyway, the main reason we're here is to go get to get some steel gloves so we can get a barbarian's sword. It's an end game weapon. You can't get it unless you do some like extra stuff when you're close to beating the game. There's like legitimately extra stuff to do. So we give everyone the barbarian sword. With fiery, however, we need to put on a staff. As I explained before, if you have an item that you're trying to duplicate already in your inventory, you can't do it, and no one else can equip the steel gloves other than the slashy. So we need to actually duplicate onto fiery twice in a row, basically. May sound confusing, but it's fine. It's one of those things where like you just have to set it up correctly and you're good to go. So when do I may have forgotten to already do something, but it's fine. I need to buy ethers at some point, but I'm pretty certain it's actually probably later. It's fine. You gonna take a quick look? Yep, it's later. We're good. I don't, like I said, I don't have this all completely memorized, so I do have to look at my notes. Just, it's how it is. Alright, so here we go, the first real dungeon here. This is actually probably, I don't know how to say this. It's an easy dungeon to remember because we actually go through this dungeon twice, and I think it's the only dungeon to do so. Important thing to note is if you use like Phoenix Down antidotes, you can skip through the animation by mashing A like you're trying to use the item again on them, and it basically negates the animation. You can do the same with potions, but once you're in the last potion, like that they can actually use, it will play through the whole animation. You can't skip it. It's one of the reasons why you want to use potions sparingly, because it does eat up a couple precious seconds that you have. An important note for this dungeon is that once you reach basement 3, there's an enemy set you can't run away from, and we faced them earlier, the Pisco demons. So, do I have to heal? Let me see, does it say heal? It says nope. I think this is the only mini-boss we don't have to heal. To be fair, this is an easy fight. No joke. Everyone's just gonna attack? I think it's the same if I do that, right? And he's down. That's a boss fight. That's how strong the Barbarian Sword is. It is insanely good. Like, not only does it just straight up increase your attack power, but it also, like, I believe it also gives you a strength bonus, further increasing your attack power on top of that, so, like, it's a wicked good sword. And the fact that we can duplicate it to get it at this point in time is amazing. We literally don't have to worry about weapons at this point in time anymore. We're absolutely okay. We'll just be upgrading our armor as we move along here. Anyway, so we defeated the vampire because the people of Melmont, I believe, tell you that the vampire is causing all this trouble. I almost went the completely wrong way. I'm going to get lost, I bet. It's going to happen. Oh gosh. Tell me I'm going the right way. Nope. Gosh, no. Hang on. Where did I go? Dang, I went the complete wrong way. Alright. My bad. My bad, I will admit. I knew it. I didn't think I had to go down yet. And I should have just listened. My hands were telling me. They were speaking to me through the void. Go down. That's at least the nice part about playing. Hang on. Good. Okay. Playing on YouTube here. Like, I don't have to worry about really beating my best time. I just kind of have to just make sure I learn what I learn. Just it's a way to get unrusty. Oh gosh, no. So the cockatrices here can petrify you / stone you, and it is the worst ailment in the world. It's basically death is what it is. If everyone becomes petrified, you lose. Straight up. And I lost actually earlier in a practice run because of that. And I didn't learn from that because I should have saved in between videos just in case something terrible happened. At the very least, make a quick save file. So, hopefully I remember that next time. This dungeon, as I was saying before, you go through this dungeon twice. You actually technically go through it 3 times. The being for that is that you walk all the way down to go to the vampire, right? Then we walk all the way in reverse from vampire, and then we will go all the way through plus some extra floors. Spoiler alert, we've got more stuff to do. So you end up memorizing pretty quickly unless you screw up like I did. And you just kind of, just like, okay, I know the first 3 floors really well. There'll be other chances, I'm sure, to show off how I can still screw up and lose just unnecessary seconds. That was a huge time loss, though. Like, that was probably a full minute, I'm gonna be honest. Anyway, we got a ruby from the vampire. We have to feed it to this giant because he's so hungry, he can't move. So it's pretty cool. So I always split, I believe I always split. I'm gonna make it my new thing. I always split once the final text box appears. I don't do it with the eyes closed. It's just too close to when I actually need to move again. Just easier for the text blocks to close. Plus, that's a legitimate breather moment. You could just, you've got like 10 seconds to like get some blood back into your system. Yeah, like I do. Just all sorts of stuff. Anyway, this is important. No, my notes! No! No, they've fallen off. I have a music stand for placing the notes nearby, and they all fell off. Luckily, it's like 8 pages, I think, of stuff, and I already went halfway through it, so just, that was an awkward time to get that. Gosh dang it, I'm still not done. I'm just trying to get him situated. See? Once I have this memorized, that will be less of a time issue. Anyway, so we've got Sada the Sage here. I don't have a split for this. It's just too close to the golem thing. And we're just heading straight back. Anyway, he tells us that the vampire was not the cause of the earth rotting, but that there's a lich. A lick. The lich. There we go. Got it. Nailed it. First time. So we're walking now all the way back. It's great. Oh, fun fact about the zombie characters, like the ghoul, ghast, zombie lineup, is they can paralyze upon touch. That's fun. So it's up to you whether or not to run away from them or not. Typically speaking, if there's like less than 4, you can probably fight it out for complete safety. If there's more, you either are going to want to use the judgment staves to flare it up, or just run away. But that's up to individual runners and the situation of what's happening and stuff. Like, I can take a couple hits at this point, and we're all pretty fast still, luckily, so I'm just always going to try to run away from people that paralyze. There's also, like, ghost types as well, like, that can paralyze you, so it's fun. Don't worry, it gets worse, because there's going to be people who can eventually just auto-kill you upon touch, so yay there. I always have to be careful with that, because if you hold right, you go back up the stairs and you leave, and it's just more time loss. So I'd rather just take a second and just be like, alright, make sure we've got this correct. I know going through here pretty well without using the map. Going down is the easy part. Going back up, not the easiest way, since you only do that once per run you do, whereas here, going down through Earth Cavern, you do that twice, so it's easy to pick up stuff. And there's like, you can pay attention to how like the environment looks, like landmarks and stuff, to kind of be like, okay, this is where I need to go in this direction. Okay, here we go. Pisco Demons. We're just gonna go ahead, just straight up fight them. That'll be great. There we go. I can't run away from those. Just will not let me. But everyone's getting a level up. So, I mean, that's cool. Don't necessarily need it. It's one of those things where, like, it can help me in the long run, but I'm not looking to level up at this point. Like, just because we do so little actual fighting, being 24 or 26 won't actually make that much of a difference in the long run, as you can still be dead either way. And we're gonna get the mages purposely to a specific level before we kind of just, before we're like, okay, we got the mages where they need to be to use the spells we want them to use. And then we don't, the only experience after that is pretty much boss fights slash encounters we have to go through. There's a couple. If I don't run away from this, it's bad. Okay, well, this is already bad. Please run, please run, please run, please run! Okay, thank you, White Mage. You are my best friend. Stone can instantly kill a run. Good or bad, it doesn't matter. Stone knows just no mercy for his opponents. It's tragic, really. Alright, if we're doing good, we should still be like 234 behind. Now this I have to take actually a quick look. Crap, hang on. Yes, okay. It's been that long of a practice I have to refresh on what path I like to take. Basement 4 here has a couple options you can go through. There's a path I specifically like. I don't think it's the fastest one, but it's one of the things where I have to like actually measure out. Be like, okay, how many steps does this route take? How many steps does that route take? So on and so forth. Alright. So this is a scary part. Slashy is in critical health mode. He could die very easily if we don't have a good boss fight for the Lich. So, it could happen. I'm not saying it will. We will, however, heal up the mages just in case. He can cast magic that targets the whole party, so that's again a fantastic thing. And we want, if we're really, really lucky, we get basically 2 critical hits and he's down for the count. So we'll see here. Every time you'll see the screen flash white when someone gets a critical hit. That was actually really good. That was just a standard 2 hits. And that wasn't even with the fighter. The thief was good. The thief has a lot of hits, so he deals a lot of damage that way. The fighter's just strong because he gets a lot of strength for it. So, anyway, so we got another cutscene to watch through. And now we have restored light back to the Earth Crystal. 1 down. So, that's cool. And then we have this other cutscene. So there's these shrines, which are extra side quest missions. You actually want to do these side quest missions after you've beaten most of the game and are ready to do the end part of the game. That's when you would want to conquer those the most, because they are difficult. Not gonna lie about that. And we just immediately walk into another battle. So that's fun. Alright, and I need you guys to stop hitting Slashy temporarily. Just long enough. That's all I ask. Do not make me heal him. Hit my thief. My thief does not care. He's got health for days right now. I don't think anyone's ever really hit my thief. Interesting fact about shadows, those ghost monsters I mentioned earlier, it's always either a preemptive strike or an ambush. It's not a normal battle ever with those guys. So kind of cool in that sense. I don't know why it's a thing, it just is. You either sneak up on ghosts or ghosts sneak up on you, I guess. You don't really just like see a monster in the distance. You're like, right, I shall tackle that ghost. Alright, we are going to go south. Past this peninsula. Got it. And then west? Hang on. Yes. Found it. Alright. So we're going to go to a place called Crescent Lake now. We're going to tackle some very necessary things to do here. Eventually. There we go. This is what we're looking for. So we're going to park our ship here. And we're going to walk around. It's a very slow walk. It's also frustrating. But you immediately see a bunch of new enemies. So, yay! We're not fighting them. And it's called Crescent Lake because it's surrounded by a lake in the shape of like the crescent moon. So, who knew, right? And again, there's like this part, I'm sure there's a faster way to get through this, but this is how I'm used to going through and getting this all completed. It's faster when there aren't battles to run away from. No, don't hit him! He's my friend. Alright. So we're gonna go through here. First things first, we're gonna go off here. And this is where we buy some ethers. About 40 of them should do the trick. I think that's it. Yep. Oh, I can go left, I suppose. That would be smarter. We're gonna go here, buy a mithril axe. Oh, hang on. I might have forgotten to sell. You probably have to sell. Like, you may just end up not having enough gil or whatnot. So sell in one of the extra knight's armors. We don't need them. Anyway, we're gonna go over here. There is, off to the side here, a group of dwarves. Or old men, whoever they are. And we're going to do our trick here. This one's very specific, so we're going to go with just the warrior here. He's going to do the weapon to the stuff for black garbs. This is basically better thief armlets. We can't use this on the white mage, so we're stuck with that as it is. There we go. We got the canoe. This allows us to navigate through rivers, which are the light blue sources of water. Like that off to the left there. It's a little more apparent in the overworld. This stuff here. Anytime you see that particular color of water, that's a river. As opposed to the dark blue of the ocean. Alright. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the ice cavern. No! Stop it! Why did that really hurt Stabby? Was that a critical hit that I just didn't see? Alright. The good news, though, is... we now want Fighter to die. Not particularly yet, but we want him on that course. And I guess kind of Stabby too, but again... not at this particular moment. We need more chances to escape. Even with the black garb stuff, we can still lose our chances to run away. There's like so many different factors of like how running away works, but like basically if you're just upgrading everything, especially agility, you'll be fine. So this is kind of like a little maze, but I pretty much know where to go. It's fine. So this way, very easy to just get lost. It's so easy to get caught on like these corners of mountains and stuff. Kind of wish it was... That's one of those things where I'm like, I wish there was these gaps were filled in a little bit better so you could be like, right, this is the exact path I must go. But I guess mountains don't really work like that in real life. I'm actually going to, real quickly, take a safety save. I can completely lose just the game at this point for no real reason. There's cockatrices, there's stuff that'll insta-kill me. It's not fun. And we're gonna just be doing the runaround dance. Honestly, no one... It's fairly possible no one will actually die before the points that I wanted to die, so that's cool. Wraiths and Spectres. Here we go. Normal battles. Switching with my notes around. Good! They hit Warrior some more. It's perfectly fine. Oh gosh, that is a lot. Please run. Do not want to be ending up with that for days. I wonder if it's slower to go. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Mind Blast isn't so bad. Here we go. We're actually going to fight him. With 2 people paralyzed and him just being able to kill stuff for days, it's not worth like trying to run away from him. It's not worth it at all. Ice Cavern's kind of straightforward. Not exactly. You kind of just go take the next staircase. I'm going to go ahead and fight him again. Just end the misery. Can't really risk it at this point. And everyone's leveling up, which is nice, I suppose. So, very briefly you saw that diamonds looking gray thing. That's actually what we want, but we have to fall down first in order to go up. It makes sense, don't worry about it. Okay. Alright, that's not good. we're gonna go ahead just normal attack, and then we're gonna go back and go find me my Judgment Staff. I'm just gonna end this nonsense now. Okay, there we go. There goes Slashy. This will reduce our further chances of being able to run away from battles, but it saves me a little bit of time in regards to me having to kill him off. So we just gotta navigate around this way. I cannot run away from the Ice Gygus, I believe. I believe that's correct, yep. And there's another level up. Oh, so that is going to be awkward with monsters I have to face. Gosh dang it. I'm just going to go ahead and face him again. So, when a party member... when you have all 4 party members, the amount of experience points is actually divided between them up. So if a battle's worth 100 experience points, each member gets 25 experience points. However, for everyone that's down, you end up earning more experience points for each individual member. So Fighter's going to be a tiny bit behind Thief, but not the worst. Now what we're going to do is heal up to full. I did not do the math, I thought I just needed 1 potion. And there's this spot with an evil eye. We can't run away from it. What we will do, however, is we're going to first defend till he gets rid of... There we go. That's actually a good attack. He has like a lightning attack which hits everyone, but it can deal a serious amount of damage. Anyway, the point of this is we're getting Healy and Fiery to level 18 plus 1 battle. So, luckily, because we have all this great equipment, we go first before the Evil Eye can do anything. And they're basically gaining double the amount of experience points that they would have gotten if everyone was up and running. And we specifically need the mages up to a level so that we can get we can give them access to magic later on. How this works here is you have like magic levels, like you start with magic level 1, then when you hit a certain level you get magic level 2, which is slightly stronger in different spells and whatnot. We're trying to get them, I believe it's 5 or 6 at a specific point in the game. And this is a great spot to farm for experience points. Maybe a little bit of gold as well. But it's just one of the easiest things to do. We have to come here to get to this Levy Stone. What level are they? 17. Okay, I lost track there. It's very important that you also... So we got level 18, we need to do 1 more battle. If you don't do this 1 more battle, you have to actually grind and get some more experience points so that they can be ready for when you actually need to use the... when you're ready to go grab the high level magic that you want. Alright, and now we're going to bring back... heal up to full. Now we don't need to play risky anymore. We'll try to keep him alive as much as possible. Ambush. Alright. Well, at least it didn't happen beforehand. So, good on you. Gosh, I think we've actually gotten slower. It's fantastic. I'm gonna try to run away first. See how that all works. They're higher levels now, so we should have a slightly easier chance of being able to escape. It's cool. And now we're just working our way back out at this point in time. It's slow and tedious, but there is a staircase that immediately takes you out to the entrance rather than you having to walk all the way back specifically towards a point. Kind of cool, really. We can't run away from this. Alright. No. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just do normal attacks and go to items because I'm sure we'll need it. We'll need it eventually anyway, so there we go. I didn't want to do defend and have to like do that, but I should have just committed to either just 1 attack, 1 defense kind of thing going on. I don't know. Stuff you just have to adapt to on the fly. You make decisions like that all the time. Especially for this game, man. Man, do you ever just make decisions for days. Okay, there we go. I'm going to pause there. Whew. A bit of a serious run going on there. And again, I'll pause here in the time so music's just not constantly playing. Thank you for watching again. We will tackle our next series of objectives very shortly. You all have a great day. I will see you next time. Take care.